Let me see. Oh, come on. Good, we're good to go. Okay guys, this is Black Cross, and guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, today we want to do analysis of gold, where we perceive gold to be, or maybe to head to, beginning of today and tomorrow. Actually tomorrow, but I do tomorrow, yeah, kwanzia saa sita, sindio? Haya, so right now this is my analysis on a daily time frame. There are different people talking about where they perceive gold to drop to, or maybe to head to. Right now I do not really, wow, let me see this coming. Oh, come on, what's happening? No, don't do that. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, so this is gold, basically a lot of drawings such a mommy. So this was one of the lines that were drawn earlier on. All the lines that I have on my gold chart are some of the lines that we drew, like I don't know how many months ago. So yeah, so these are my lines. This has been one of our supply zone, and we've had our demand zones on several stages so far. So I don't want to make this video long because we have like we have a meeting like in 7 minutes. Okay, so guys, right now we need to have our analysis of the day. And if you can see, I have this line over here. This line has been drawn for quite some time. So what I'm going to do with this line is one of the zones that I'm watching out for gold, if at all gold is going to drop. So I'll just draw that coming this way and then extend this. The reason why I'm choosing this line, I want to show you something. See this zone over here? This zone has acted to be one of the zones where we can see some kind of resistance when it comes to gold. When I talk about resistance, this is what we want. Oh, come on, why is OBS disconnecting? Okay guys, turn this out for yourself. Okay, so we were talking about why I selected this zone as one of my resistance zones on this date, because this is a daily time frame. Every candlestick on this chart represents 1 day movement. So you can see like we saw some resistance around this zone, where we can see candles coming, going up, coming down to this place, and we can see some resistance around this zone. This happened, but at this point we had some breakouts going downwards, and again you can see the candlesticks over here, they come up to this level and they are faced with some downward push, some resistance once more going downwards. So this is one of the interesting zones for gold, and I've just analyzed this part, on this other part on the previous analysis. But if you come also to this zone over here, we can see like we have seen this zone being tested around this zone over here, where we have our forming something of a just double top, or I don't know what to call it. It's not really double top, but double bottom. Yeah. Okay, double bottom. Now I haven't really gone back, but if we were to go back with this line, you will notice that there is some sort of resistance around this zone. This is one of the lines that I failed to draw, but I'm stretching this going backwards, guys, and you can see this. So this is as we always say, when you're analyzing your charts, you have to go back to history, go back to the past and see how the patterns, how gold has been playing out around some zones. So right to different zones, I'm having issues with my network. Yeah, So you'll hear people talking about gold dropping to different zones. Apparently for the past 1 week we've seen gold rising, and you can see this is one of the lines that we had drawn on how gold was moving on a downward trend, and we had a breakout around this zone over here, 1674, and we went up regardless, and we saw some resistance. There were some lines that I drew here. If that day you are trading with us, then I know that you made some profit, if you followed the tricks, that is. And we saw another breakout going upwards, and right now there is this movement that was really a long movement, and we saw some corrections. So the question is, if at all we're going to have like a long term or maybe a short term correction, where do we expect gold to drop to? So this is one of the questions where we have like most people asking, and most people are really anxious because nobody really know what gold is gonna pull off, what to expect in the market tomorrow. Not actually tomorrow, but in the next how many hours from now? In the next it's 7 p.m. over here, should be like around 1. So I don't know how many hours that is. I don't want to do that calculation though. So we have zones where we have seen some sort of resistance. For me, I've been looking for, if this is going to drop for quite some time now, this is one of the zones I'll be putting my eyes on, which is zone 1761, with a few figures, decimals over there, of course. That is one of the zones that I'll have my eyes on. Around that zone, that means like you can also it might get to 1763, this area, and then it will make some movement, maybe going upwards, or we'll see just another drop further than that point. That is one of the zones. And another zone that I would actually look for, this is if it's dropping. We have this zone, you can see this yellow zone here. Let me just draw this so that we can have this. So this is just okay, this is one of the zones. Okay, so we've seen these last week when on a Friday the market came down to this level over here, which is 1717, also one of the interesting zones on gold. If you go back to the past history of gold trading and everything, one of the zones that is very interesting. So if at all the market is going to correct itself, we'll see some movement to this place, then we'll see some corrections moving upward and down, or maybe a ranging market within these zones over here, 1784 and 1800. If at all the market is to break out going downwards, it will hit these zones over here, which is 17 we always have 1779, but that is close to 1780s. So we'll be looking at this zone 1761. And I always like analyzing like the charts all at once, telling you that gold is going to drop to 1670. No, I'm going to analyze this in bits, because we do not know what the fundamental analysis has for us. Because if you have been trading with us for quite some time now, then you know that we had anticipated that gold was going to drop to 1578. But what happened? There was a news. We saw the dollar becoming weak, and we saw the market rising on this other side. And ever since that day, we've seen the market going up and up. So this is one of the zones. If at all, you know, I'm giving you my prediction, it doesn't mean that when I'm giving my predictions on gold or any currency that I'm analyzing, I always give you two versions, because you as a trader, you'll always know when maybe the market has decided to go the other side. So if at all the market does not drop to these zones that we marked, I wish I could just change the colors. Let me try and change the color, see if it's possible to change the color. Colors. Where can I get that? No, selected the wrong one. Oh shoot, what a second, guys. Nowhere to get it. Yeah, nowhere to get it. So we're going to put these to be sort of yeah. So these are some of the zones, and this one too, I'll also try and mark it to be that color. So these are the new zones that we are marking. The reason why I'm marking these zones, they're supposed to remind us if our analyses are correct or if we didn't do it. Okay, so these are some of the zones that I've marked where we'll see some stops if at all gold is going to sell, and if at all gold is not going to sell, then this is one of the zones. We've seen this zone over here, this zone, but this has been our supply zone ever, and we saw like gold. If you are trading looking at RSI, you know that gold was overbought. Generally it was above 70, so I'm supposed to check. I don't know, the last time I checked it was overbought. I haven't really checked the RSI and everything. So this is one of the zones. We have 17, this zone over here. Very interesting. You always have to use a trick. Look at the your analysis at some of the zones where you've seen some kind of resistance in the market, right? Where you see like a market, whether it's buying or selling, you see like some kind of a stop over there. You see like if it was buying, you see like at that zone we have like a lot of sellers coming in, or if it was selling, you see like at a specific zone you see a lot of buyers coming in. Those are some of the critical zones for gold, basically. So yeah, so this is one of the zones. If at all it will be going up, we have we always have 60, 18, 20 somewhere. Yeah, this zone over here. Though mostly we don't always like drawing like a lot of lines because it becomes kind of confusing. I'll try to make these lines thin. The reason why I want to make them thin is because when you turn to like 1 hour time frame, they will be so huge. So I make them this thin just for our analysis. So these are some of the zones where we will be watching out for. This goldy, and if actually keeps on rising, guys, these are some of the zones we have, like around the 1840s, 1850s. Those are some of the amazing zones. I always love drawing my candlesticks like this so that I know after I draw this is going to guide me throughout the week. I will know where to stop, where not to. So okay guys, I know I have an issue with my network. I don't know what's really happening, but it's really discouraging though. Okay, so this is my analysis for gold. If at all gold is going to drop, we'll be watching out for this on around 1786 and 1761. If at all we see some resistance and we keep on moving upwards, my first stop will be around this zone, which is 1826, and then we'll keep on moving upwards. Remember, we still have some sort of resistance around this zone. Also, we cannot ignore that we have this zone over here, which is 1808. It's always 1808, 1810, 1811. Yeah, this zone over here. Though I don't want to draw another line because we already have a line here, so it's like, oh, there's a long line. We really draw a long one. Okay, so these are some of the zones that we'll be putting our eyes on, keeping our eyes. We just have to draw this one over here. I know it's not always wise to draw like a lot of lines, but when doing your analysis, just choose the right way where you can understand the movements of the market for you. So for me, this is what I expect. If it's gonna drop, this is one of the zones that I've been looking out for, and this zone over here. If at all we see some resistance and we see like a lot of buyers coming into the market, then we'll see gold rising to this zone over here. If it breaks out of this zone, then we'll be moving up to 1826, 1840s, 1850s. over there, or 1868 before actually dropping. So guys, that's my analysis for today. I hope I did not make this live stream long. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, give us a like, show us some love, and share it with your friends. Have a lovely week and a profitable week.